Hello all, myself Professor Hina Panjwani from Ahmedabad Institute of Technology. Welcome to PHP tutorials. In this video, we are going to understand PHP in detail step by step. Let's start. First of all, I would like to discuss what is PHP. PHP is acronym for Hypertext Preprocessor and it's an open source scripting language. That means whenever you make some websites, you need a server to host your website, and PHP is server-side scripting language. That means it can interpret your pages and serve your pages to the clients on the basis of the request of the client. I will show you in brief how PHP works in the later slides. Why we use PHP? Because PHP is a strong scripting language which can generate dynamic web pages. PHP runs on various platforms like Windows, Linux, etc. PHP is compatible with almost all servers used today like Apache and IIS. PHP is free. You can download it from php.net. Now, what can PHP do? PHP can generate dynamic web pages. PHP can create, open, read, write and close files on the server. Also, PHP can send and receive cookies. PHP can manage database. PHP can use for control access data. So now, this is how PHP works. So I already told you that PHP is a server-side scripting language. So there will be a server there your website will be hosted. All your web pages will be stored there. And PHP is just like an interpreter, and so on the basis of your client request, PHP will interpret values from database mail server of files from file system and take this file system or database values, interpret those values and then once again give the response to the client. So it's server side interpreter which can be used for databases, servers or systems. Okay, so this is how you can use PHP. Now, basic syntax of PHP language. Actually, the PHP syntax is quite similar to C programming language, but we have to keep in mind that this PHP script is more often than not. Embedded the inside HTML, PHP script starts with less than sign and question mark PHP and ends with question mark with greater than sign. You can write your code in between. PHP file extension is .php. PHP file contains HTML tags and some PHP scripting code. Note that every statement in PHP end with a semicolon. Now let's see example of PHP. Here in this example you can see echo function that is used for printing statement and h1 tag is used. So in output my first PHP page that is written in h1 tag and hello world will be printed. Now these are the features of PHP: performance, open source software, platform independent, compatibility, case sensitive, error reporting, interpreted, etc. Okay. What is an array? Array is a special variable which can contain, hold more than one value at a time in a single variable. An array can hold many values under a single name, and you can access the values by referring to an index number. Here we have list of car names that is used in single variable. Here array function is used to create an array. There are three types of array. First, index array, that is used arrays with a numeric index. Next, associative arrays, that is used arrays with named keys. And last, multidimensional arrays, that arrays containing one or more arrays. Now get the length of an array. We can use count function. Count function, that is used for return the length of an array. Let's see one example of that. In this script we use one variable, that is cars, and using array function we can store the list of cars. Here echo is used for printing the values and count function is used for returning the length of an array. So from the above example there is 3 values, that means in output generating 3 indexing numbers. In PHP indexed arrays, it's have 2 ways to create index arrays. The index can be assigned automatically or manually. You can see the syntax of both indexing arrays here. Now in this example we use one variable, that is cars, and using array function print the all indexing numbers which can be used in array. Here dot operator is used for concatenating the values. So our output is like this: I like Volvo, BMW and Toyota. Using loop in indexed array we can print all the values of an indexed array. In this loop indexing arrays example, here we use 2 variables. One variable that is used for declaring the array function and another variable that is used for counting the length of an array. Here we are using for loop. In for loop, first of all initialization statement, then test expression, and then we can use update statements. Then print the values from the arrays. And here br tag is used for the break statement. Now you can see the output of this example. In PHP associative arrays, basically associative arrays as like as arrays but that use named keys that you assign to them. There are 2 ways to create an associative array. One is automatically associated arrays and another one is manually associated arrays. You can see the syntax of both associated arrays here. In this associative array example, taking one variable, that is age, using array function for storing the key values. Here Peter, Ben and Joe, these are the keys of an array. Likewise 35, 37 and 43 is values of that particular keys that is associated in the array. So in this example we can see that we call our values from the key names. Using loop in associative array we can print all the values of an associative array. In indexed array we use for loop, but in associative array we are using for each loop. In this loop associative arrays example, we taken one variable, that is age, and using array function we assign values in key values format. So this example we use for each loop. So first of all, what is for each loop and why we are using this loop? The for each loop is used to iterate over the elements of the collection. The collection may be an array or a list. It executes for each element present in the array. In the loop body, you can use the loop variable you created rather than using an index array element. So here we are using for each loop. You can see here the syntax of an for each loop. For each in bracket array expression is an array. In every loop, the current element's key is assigned to as a key, and in every loop the value of an current element of the array is assigned to value. You can see the output of this example in the key value format. Thank you all for watching my video.